Hey, what is up guys, it's TheTenkaiChiFighter or Luke, and I have a 5th generation RU tier match for you against LilXJuancho. I believe he's posted to beta before. He's a phenomenal player and a very good friend of mine. So he's going to go ahead and lead out with a Ambipom, and I'm going to go ahead and opt to lead out with my Marsh Stomp, which is a Violet of course. So he's going to go ahead and start with the fake out. It is kind of predictable, although I know I can take it just because I do have the Violet Stone. So he's going to go for the taunt, and I actually predict him to over predict right here, so I go ahead and use Stealth Rocks anyway, but he does predict that and goes for the taunt. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out now and go into my Cresselia as he U-turns. So as you can see, I'm already off to a very bad start in this match, making some pretty bad plays, you know, being caught out with the taunt, being hit with the U-turn, kind of obvious moves that I really should have seen coming, but I didn't. So he's going to go out into Alakazam now, and I'm going to stay in because I know he's going to do some kind of shenanigans on me as he does set up the substitute. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the light screen. Kind of a ballsy play on my part because, you know, if I'd have taken a stab Shadow Ball without the light screen, that would have been very bad. So I'm going to go into Venomoth now, hoping to take the Shadow Ball very well, and I do. Now, judged on that damage, I'm going to stay in thinking I can take a Psychic with the light screen up and set up a Quiver Dance, but as you can see, I take that very, very badly, so a poor play on my part, as I set up a Quiver Dance right here, and that was such a bad play, and it did kind of screw me over. So I am going to set up that Quiver Dance. I know I can outspeed right now, so he sets up a sub, actually over predicting. But I'm going to go ahead and rest to get rid of that special defense drop that I just acquired, and I'll also bring my HP back up to max. Now I don't lose my Quiver Dance boosts, you know, my special attack, special defense and speed, but I do lose the Speed F drop. So he's going to fire off another Psychic here. I thought I could take that better. I really thought, you know, even 20 HP would have made the difference, but nope, that's not the case. Not going to be able to take it as well as I thought, so set up another Quiver Dance right here. Now I know I can outspeed, so I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz. My best play at this precise moment in time is to break the substitute, let him kill me off, and then bring in something to revenge kill, just to clear up this horrible mess that I've kind of put myself in. So he does finish me off to the Psychic. I lose my Venomoth, which is fine because I do have something to revenge kill, like I said. So I'm going to go into my Dugtrio. I can lock him in with that Arena Trap and finish him off with an Earthquake. Now I could have gone for the Sucker Punch, but I couldn't take the risk just because he does have the substitute on his set. Now that would have been very bad. So I'm going to switch out now and go into my Crest, predicting the fake out because Dugtrio is not the bulkiest of Pokemon, and I don't really want him to be taking that. So my light screen wears off here, and I'm going to go ahead and switch out and go into my Moltres, predicting the U-turn. But he makes a very good play and goes for the taunt, so I can't set up any more screens on my Crest or put any status on the Ambipom. So that really is bad for me as well because I am a substitute roosting set, so that does hinder 50% of my moveset. So he's going to switch out now and go ahead and bring in his NT just to resist the Stab Flamethrower, although I do predict the switch, not into anything specifically, but just, you know, a switch of some kind. So I go for the Air Slash to mix up my moves, and that will do a very, very nice amount of damage, and we'll go ahead and say about 40% of his max HP. So I'm going to go for the Air Slash again here because I can't hit a Stab Flamethrower because it's not very effective. And unfortunately, I do get the flinch. I do apologize for that because that does really, really bring down the use of this Entei. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a substitute, predicting a Stone Edge to be the only thing to hit me hard, which he does reveal he does have, which is great because now I know I can go ahead and set up the substitute, fishing for that miss, because if he does miss, I'll be behind a substitute and I'll be able to, you know, really unleash some damage on his team. So he goes for the Stone Edge. I do get the second turn miss, which is great because it means I do get to keep more of my HP. And I'm going to go for the Flamethrower now, just in case he does want to pull some shenanigans and switch, but he just decides to leave an NT right here. I thought he'd actually have the E-Speed, but no. So I'm going to get my lefties back. Obviously Life Orb would be a bad item to run on this set because I do have the sub. So he's going to bring an Ambipom again because he knows a fake out will break my substitute, and that means I'll be rendered, you know, pretty damn open for anything to come in and hit me. But it does mean he has to follow off his Ambipom, which is fine, you know, fine by me. One less poke on his team, and I'm looking great out here right now. So he brings in his Wiz Khalifa, which is going to be his Galvantula, and he goes for the Thunder. Now I should have thought, why would you bring something in that's weak to my stab unless it's Scarf? So I'm presuming this thing is Scarf right now. It does take me out, which is bad play on my part, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Dugtrio because I know I can easily revenge kill. I am banded and max speed jolly, so I'm going to be able to finish that thing off with an Earthquake. I didn't want to go for a Sucker Punch just in case. So he's going to bring in a Dusclops right now. I'm going to go ahead, sorry, Dusknoir. I'm going to go ahead and switch out and go into my Baby Pert. Again, not really predicting anything, but just in case he has something to hurt me. He does reveal right here he does have the Ice Punch, so that would have been very bad for me. And I'm going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks because, you know, even though it's late game, I might as well. So he's going to go ahead and burn me with a Will-O-Wisp, which is residual damage. Seeing as I don't have the leftovers, I have the Violet, that is actually going to hinder me more than I would like. So I'm going to switch into Crest just to fish to see if he has the Earthquake, because obviously Ice Punch would not be a good thing to hit me with. He does have the Earthquake, and that means I'm going to be able to avoid that and bring in my Crest safely. So what, he misses Willis right here. He's going to go ahead and fire off another one, which is going to hit me for residual damage. But it doesn't matter too much because I do have access to that instant recovery move, which is going to be Moonlight. I do have the Reflector, which means I can minimalize any damage that would have been coming my way, such as the Ice Punch, which I know can't freeze me because I'm burned now, and the EQ, which I'm immune to because I do have Levitate. So he's going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and set up the Moonlight here, which is going to bring me back to a nice amount of HP, as he just opts to go for the Ice Punch, which is the only move he can hit me with because I do have Levitate. So he's going to be taking up that toxic damage. It's becoming quite bad now. It's really racking up, becoming very, very residual. Makes no sense. But anyway, I'm just going to restore my HP here as he keeps going for the Ice Punch. Now, at this rate, I know he's just going to keep going for the Ice Punch, so I'm going to go ahead and make a switch into my Baby Pert. I'm not really too sure what my train of thought was right here. I'm guessing it's just because I do have 2 stabs that I can fire off to hurt this Dusknoir, and I'll be doing more damage to it than Crest, making it less stally. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, switch into Baby Pert. The Reflect is still up. Although I don't have access to recovery move and I am burned, I kind of deem this my best play because toxic damage is racking up right here. And I know I'm going to be able to hit him with a stab. So I go for the Waterfall. Physical, I believe, although I'm defensively orientated, this is an adamant Marsh Stomp with little to no investment in attack. Just because, you know, it kind of helps. So with the toxic damage racking up, I know I'm going to be able to finish it off this turn. So I just go for the Earthquake. And that really doesn't do much. It doesn't take it out. He's going to be able to get an Ice Punch off. I was going to die to burn this turn anyway, so I really don't have any arguments to kind of put up there. But anyway, Baby Pert is going to die. And Dusknoir is going to die this turn as well, so it's going to be a double down, a blind switch. So I'm going to go into my fastest poke, which is going to be my Scarfed Eye Rockstar, and he's going to go ahead and bring in his Umbreon. So I'm just going to fire off that Stab Close Combat. It's going to be super effective because obviously it's quite dark, well, it is dark, and that's going to be enough to kill it. So I'm guessing this was a specially defensive Umbreon, or if it was defensive, maybe not fully invested, and that will actually turn out to be the game. So great game, Juan. I really enjoyed this battle, and a few things I just wanted to say to you guys at beta before I leave you all. I just wanted to say thank you for all of you guys that voted for me in the Viewer Video of the Week award. I actually managed to get 2nd place, so thank you guys so much for that. It really means a lot that you would support me like that, and I'm really glad I can bring you guys the videos that you know, I believe you deserve. So I just wanted to bring up one comment that a guy left on the last upload that I posted, and that was that I'm kind of taking away spots that other people with less subscribers could be posting here. You know, I'm sorry about that. But, you know, my hopes is to get up on the MoshPit, and with enough viewers or votes from you guys on the Viewer Video of the Week award, that might be possible for me to get off beta and give you guys the spots you deserve. But anyway, I just want to say a big thank you to you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. It's been TheTenkaiChiFighter, and I'll see you guys next time. Toosh.